Awesome. Right, good morning, FoXDaWG. Day 24 already. Now that little pile of goodness and love over there, that's the remainder of the black painted chrome work to go back on the bike today. I've got some cleaning and refurbishment to do, then it's rebuild the horn, rebuild the headlight extremely carefully, put everything back together, and hopefully all the black work will finally be on by the end of today. It's just the same as the last video, meticulous, painstaking, time consuming, but I want a proper job, and at the end of it, not one single scratch, chip or mark, just like this side was. So wish me luck. Talking about it won't get it done. Let's crack on. Right, lovely. Okay, little detailer's trick that I picked up. That took an hour and a half to do that. It is surprisingly long-winded, but when you do it right, it looks absolutely superb when it's done. If you've got a bike with exposed fins like this, you know that after a while, the areas at the front like this, they do get a bit black because the exposed aluminium just corrodes. It just goes black and grey in the end and looks really dull and lifeless. So I saw it on YouTube, honestly, just a little detailer's trick. One of these sponge blocks with wet and dry on it. Pick them up from the car accessory store and just stroke on the outside edge of the fins only, in the direction of the fin, nice and gently, and you'll get them up. That sanding action, really gently, go with like an 800 grit or something, that sanding action will bring up the edge of that aluminium fin to look absolutely beautiful. Careful not to go onto the edges because you'll sand down the edge of the paint or the wrinkle finish, and that will start to make it look a bit different. It could even chip or flake it, so be really careful, but just in the direction of the fins. And then afterwards wash off any of the grit that's left over, a little bit of silicone, ta-da, brand new. So there we are. If it helps you, a little detailer's trick, how to get the edge of your fins up like absolutely brand new. Ain't hard, is it? Let's put the horn on. Right, I'll flare that split pin at the end before I do the final belt tension. No need to worry about it now. But what I will have to worry about now is heading off all the comments that are probably already being typed from all the haters and trolls, crying, telling me I just did my rear wheel nut up with a pair of pipe grips. No, I didn't. I did it with these. They're a Wiha smooth jaw pair of adjustable pliers. I'll show you how they work. This is a situation we've all had a million times. Your exhaust is in the way of your wheel nut and axle, so you can't get a nice socket on there and do them up. It's not every bike, but so many bikes are like it, certainly this one. And all it leaves me is an open ender. I can't even get a ring spanner in there. That's 1/4 inch gap between the end of the axle. I can't get a decent ring spanner in that space without risking scratching my exhaust. So you reach for your open ender. Now, the proof that that's the case is that the open ender is probably the last resort. It's the worst thing to use on a strong nut, something that's done up real tight, because you've got this play. That play means that the two flats it's pressing on the corner of them. It's just going to slip off. It's not going to go very far, because that's a strong nut as well. You really have to swing on it, especially if it's tight. Doing it up or undoing it, that ain't right. You're definitely going to chew it. And the proof of that is, how many times have you seen a rim wheel nut that's chewed and damaged because open enders is all that's available to it? In fact, if you look in your toolkit, the one under your seat, that's often you only get an open ender, and that's why they end up getting chewed. So the next best thing after a fixed open ender is an adjustable one. So you can put that on the nut and you can wriggle it and do the little screw up as tight as you can, and you'll get a better fit. But still, not 100%. It's there and it's better, certainly better than that. So use that if you have it. But these are amazing because they're adjustable with a squeeze facility as well. So you have to ratchet right out. They're a pipe grip design. That's classic, you can recognise that. They're a classic pipe grip design. So you put them over the nut with your fingers, squeeze the jaws down. There it is. Once it's as close as it needs to be, just grip it. And that's absolutely tight, completely rock solid on that nut. It's going nowhere, zero play. And the more you push on it, the more you tighten it up. Do it the right way, because they work like pipe grips. The more you push that way, the more it tightens. It's pushing both jaws together, and you can add by squeezing at the same time. Loads of leverage, and there's also at the same time a little bit of flex in them, so you can feel how harsh you're pushing, and that will definitely undo or do up a wheel nut when all you've got is the open ender option. It won't damage it. Now, that doesn't only work for this nut, which is the most common, but also think about the center nut in the middle of your headstock. Also, your fork caps. So lots of those big nuts, screws and bolts that you haven't got big fasteners for, that you want to put a proper grip on without damaging anything. They are smooth jaw, so they're not going to damage anything whatsoever. And they are by Wiha. A worthy purchase. I'll poke a link in the description.
Every time I seem to put the bottle down, life walks on and buys me one more round. Well, I've caused a lot of heartache. Even my family's turned cold. I used to be happy, at least that's what I've been told. Every time I seem to put the bottle down, life walks up and buys me one more round.
Right, one more piece today. Right, there we go, that's it I'm afraid. That's everything done that can be done. Every piece of black paint work fitted that can be fitted is on there, and that's it. No chips, scratches, dramas or damage, and everything is perfect. I'm really happy with that. It's worth taking 2 days over it, because now the result, when I stand back, makes me extremely proud. And the other stuff around that I've cleaned up has come up better than I expected. So that's a sign that it's been a loved and cared for bike all its life, and I'm really proud to be putting it into a whole new lease of life. Right, that's it. The last 2 pieces of bodywork to fit are going to be these fender struts. Well, black paint work at least. They're not going to go on until the end because there's bolts and stuff, and I want to scratch anything that will stay over there until the final fit comes for those. All the rest of this is final fit now. That's done. So that just brings me to the bodywork. Rear fender's ready to go. I've got a couple of little stabilising jobs to do on that. Where it's paint flaking, you've just got to touch that in so it stays there and doesn't continue to flake. Front fender's on its way. That's coming from Germany, from a seller. Once it gets here, I'll see what condition it's in. I've bought new bodywork in the past, new copy pattern bodywork before, and sometimes there are little nicks and dings in it that just need dealing with. It's just life's the way it is. Once that's here, I can sort that out. It needs a coat of primer, and then with the tank, all 3 pieces are ready to be vinyl wrapped, which is going to be a great adventure. I'll take you along with the camera so you can see that for yourself as well. That'll be fantastic, and probably the last big job of the build, because once that gets back, put it on, put fuel in it, fire it up. Yeah, that's it, apart from a seat, something to sit on. So I've got to sort that out in the meantime. So there we are. Fender's on its way, should be about 7 days. Seat, I'm going to have a little look at that online, see if I can find something suitable and affordable. I've kind of blown the budget a bit on this several times over, but there we are, that is it. So because I've run out of things to do, literally for now, in the next video I've got a little welding project which I hope you'll enjoy. I certainly will. And that's it for today. Thank you for watching, take it easy, ride safe. See you next time.